Welcome to Nurturing the Whole Child with Teacher Miriam. It's the holiday season, parents, so children are already out of the teacher's hands, and now it's over to you. And I know that all the time we are told about the impact of screen on our children's brain development, social and emotional development, and a lot of times you are wondering, so if I can't have my child sit and watch their favorite cartoons, or just sit and watch TV, and they are home for the holiday, what else should I have them do? So today we show you other meaningful ways of engaging your child over this long holiday. Uh, Ways of engaging your children that will not just occupy them and help them spend the holiday time, but also uh, help support their development, their cognitive development, their emotional development, their social development, logical reasoning, critical thinking, just wholesomely helping your child to develop things that could, help your child spend their time away from the screen, because we can never overemphasize the impact or the negative impact that too much screen time can have on your child's development. So, with me today is a renowned educationist, a teacher of many years with immense training in Montessori training. I love Montessori training. Maybe you could tell us your name and tell us what is this Montessori. I just mentioned Montessori, and people keep hearing Montessori and they wonder what is Montessori and why Montessori. So kindly just tell us your name and tell us something about Montessori before we come back to what we have in display for our viewers during this episode.
Thank you very much, Teacher Miriam. My name is Miss Amy. I love my work. I love working with children. They are lovable. They are fun. So Montessori is all about working with materials. We believe that children, they learn at their younger age. We take advantage of that absorbent mind, because we all know that a child from early at 0 to 6 years, they have an absorbent mind, and it's a blessing from God. So we should not we should not let that child go like that. That is when we build, we impact the good things, we take care of them. And here we have a lot of things we teach them. For the younger ones, remember that is the age that they pick a lot, they learn a lot. That is when you should teach them things like this. It's a stage that they are going to school, they are meeting new people. So you should equip the environment, make that environment loving, make the learning fun. Don't just give them book all the time. Some children, maybe they don't like book, but to make the learning fun, we need to use materials. That is all Montessori is all about, working with materials.
Amazing. So, Miss Amy, ideally, you're saying that children learn more from, just from doing than just sitting and listening. And so, you're encouraging everyone to create a rich environment for children, an environment that is captivating. So, you're telling us that children have this absorbent mind, they are born ready to learn. So if we make the environment passive and boring, we are denying these children their inborn ability to want to learn and explore from their environment. I think that's so amazing, and thank you so much, Miss Amy. So, Miss Amy, do you think our environment is rich enough?
Yes,
So,
this is rich,
mm-hmm,
because we have, as you can see, you look here, we have very beautiful things.
mm-hmm,
They are very colorful, and we all know children love colorful things. Here you have, this is a pegboard.
mm-hmm,
They have different colors, as you can see.
mm-hmm,
So they will learn colors as well.
mm-hmm.
They'll pull them, remove them, put them. It is fun, even for you. If you try, it is very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Removing them, putting them down,
Mm-hmm.
and then they learn to sort the colors as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they are removing them, they're developing fine motor skill. This is preparation for writing.
Mhm.
So when they put them, and then concentration also, because you cannot put them back when you're looking away. You have to concentrate and then you put it back.
Amazing. So this pegboard is you're saying it's when I look at it, it looks like a toy. I'll just want to, playfully just remove all of them and put them back.
Yes.
And so for a child, as a child is doing this, they are learning. You've talked about concentration, because ideally, let me try to put it back when I'm not looking. It's not possible, right? So that means I have to be very keen. So in essence, you're training keenness, concentration, and you've talked about fine motor skills. These are the same fingers that the child will eventually use for writing or coloring. Yes. So without necessarily saying, come sit down, let's learn how to write, I have taught how to write. Yes. Without saying, come sit down, let me teach you concentration, you have already taught concentration. Yes. That's so amazing. And a pegboard, you said. And it's also exciting, I mean. It's also exciting. A lot of it, yeah, a lot of it. And the reason that children keep glued to the TV is that TV is colorful. Yeah. So when you switch off the TV, they become cranky, they become sad. So you don't just say no TV in this house, you replace it with something exciting. Something amazing. Thank you. That's a pegboard.
This is called a pegboard.
Okay.
And here also, this is we have can you see here? What can you see?
I'm seeing the English sounds. The letters or sounds. Sounds, yes.
As we all know, learning, we don't start from ABCD. As the younger ones, because you cannot break the sounds using capital letters. We have to learn from sounds. So this one, they will learn the sounds at the early age. It doesn't matter how old they, because this time they'll be maybe around 3 years. They are 2 to 3. They're learning how to talk, and because this thing is fun, they will take it like a toy. But at the same time, they are learning the sounds, because we have to learn the sounds. Like if we take sound and sound and sound t, let's do t. That's make mat. They learn how to read the words, and they cannot start reading with capitals. So we have to work on the sounds. And it is very fun. It is very colorful.
Yeah, you can see it's so colorful, and again, it also looks like a puzzle, right?
Yes.
It's actually a puzzle.
Yes.
So that means I'm trying to open it. So that means if I take out one sound, again, I have to fit it into its own space.
Exactly.
So
this one also, they will develop fine motor skills again.
Yeah, because you have to pick it like that.
Yes. And then also concentration.
Yes, again, because if you don't concentrate, you can't put this sound. This is sound A. It can't fit in the space for sound K, for instance. So it just has to fit here. So I have to concentrate. And it's also juggling my mind. That means I have to think. I can't just fit it anywhere. So I'm thinking, Miss Amy, over the holiday, the parents will need to create some time for their children. So you spread your mat down, or you come down from the couch, that couch that is reserved for daddy. Daddy can also come down, sit on the mat, and remove all these sounds, put them on the floor, and start and work with the child. So you can tell your child, give me sound A. The child, you're trying to test if your child knows the sound. Okay, the child gives you sound A. Okay, then the child sees you put it in. Then you tell the child, now it's your turn. The child can tell you, mommy or daddy or auntie, give me sound S. You give you give them, and you see if they're going to
put them back.
So it's holiday time is bonding time. Yeah, so the teachers have handed over the children. So it's bonding time between the parents and the caregivers. So let's bond meaningfully, not just bonding over TV where we are not talking, we're just, watching things that we cannot even challenge. If it gets in, and we receive it as it is. Yeah. Amazing. I like the way you're insisting, the way it's colorful. It's beautiful.
They love
children love beautiful, colorful things. Amazing.
Now, after they have learned the sounds, here we have spelling game. This is
Amazing.
also, we can do it at home with our children instead of, because it's been said, we don't be childish, but we be childlike.
Childlike.
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah.
So, this is a spelling game. You can see there are some words here. After they have learned their sounds, they know their sounds. They are able to spell. They are able to write, but they can read the word and they can put this one down and they make the words together.
Okay.
Like they can make the words. It is very easy, very fun to do, and you also enjoy.
Definitely. And this is a good way for you to even test your child's ability. I know now we've already, most parents have already received their end of year academic reports for their children. So maybe the teacher said your child can read. And maybe you've been so busy throughout the term, throughout the year looking for school fees. So you don't even know if they know how to read. So you take this one out, you tell the child, read for me. They read for you the word cake. So you tell them, okay, let's write the word cake. So they look for the
sounds, and
Nice.
because since now they know the sounds, you look for the sounds and you put them together. It is also fun when you're doing this, and then you tell the child to read for you, please. The word is cake.
Amazing. So, Miss Amy, what you're saying, this can also be used by children who do not know how to read yet. So they just need to look at the sounds and pick similar sounds and now place them there. And as they match, you can now ask them, let's try to read the word.
Exactly. And these things also, it's nice because the pictures is here.
The picture is already here, by the way. So even if the child doesn't know how to read this, they can look at this.
Yes, and they relate.
Oh, amazing. That's so amazing.
Yeah, so you get these ones, you do them at home instead of watching TV.
Yes.
Because TV is not good for our children at all. So
and with TV, mostly the parent will not sit there to watch with the child the kind of programs that these children will be watching. Sometimes some of these children programs are coming laced with not so good information. And the makers of these programs know you will not sit there all the while. But this is a very intentional way of you to bond with your child and to even check if the teachers have done a good job throughout the year with your child. So this would be appropriate for what age, Miss Amy?
This one, I think from 3 to 4, 4 to
Yes,
5,
yes,
because that
exactly.
is when they are learning how to read.
Yes.
As we all know, 3 to 4 years, they're supposed to learn sounds.
Yes.
When they go to school, they learn sounds. So when they reach 4 years old, they start blending words. They make
the
words.
sounds to make words.
Yes. So this is when they're supposed to start reading the words.
So we are talking about maybe a child in preschool.
In preschool.
Okay.
Yes.
Kindergarten, preschool.
Kindergarten, preschool.
Good. Amazing.
And here also we have Jenga. This is Jenga. It's a family game.
Looks like a whole
very fun.
So this program takes care of everyone, even if you have teenage children, they could still do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this Jenga, you just arrange it like this, and then daddy can come there, mommy can come, the siblings.
So we all play.
Yes, we all play, and we know how to play it. After arranging, you just remove one at a time. It is fun.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. So we're taking care of everyone.
Everybody.
No one is being left behind this holiday. So nobody has any excuse. So I think, for the bigger children, we can have Jenga. We could also have Monopoly, which we don't have here on display, but Monopoly, Scrabble, card games. So we want people to have conversations around, to have meaningful conversations, not just all of us glued to our TVs or our phones. For the bigger children, we need to switch off the gadgets, sit down and engage.
Exactly.
Okay,
And then
amazing.
here we have, this is a picture reading book. This is very good for the little children, the younger ones, because we all start reading from pictures. Even looking at the pictures, that is reading.
That's already reading.
Yes.
Oh,
so we start from early age. Look for the books. Let them recognize the pictures and you do it together. And to make it fun, you can even bring the real thing, the real apple.
Now what we call realia.
Yes.
So you come with an apple.
Yes, an apple.
Yeah.
And then you put it there. Apple. The child will also apple. This one also, when you do it close to the child who is learning how to speak, they will learn how to say the word like apple. They will read your mouth.
Oh yeah, they can read your lips.
Yes, they can read your lips. And then again, they can look at the pictures, they relate. Now, when they find it, maybe they go outside there, they see an apple. Oh, this is an apple.
The one I saw in the book.
Exactly.
Amazing.
So this is very good. We have ball. The animals are also here. So when they look at the book, they will try to relate everything that is there.
All right.
So it's good for the younger ones. This is actually for those who are learning how to speak. As 2 years, 3 years, they can see.
I'm thinking even a 1 year old.
Yes, those who are learning how to. That is why we said we have an observant mind.
If the child is ready to learn,
yes,
the child is not waiting to go to school to start learning.
No.
Hope you're getting this. As caregivers, our program is always targeting the teachers, the caregivers, and the parents. And now, interestingly, the teachers have already handed over the children to the caregivers and the parents. So today we are aiming at the parents and the caregivers. Okay. So the child comes into this world ready to learn with a mind that can absorb. So do not withhold. Do not let this. You started by telling us don't let this opportunity pass. In fact, I think there's what we call windows of opportunity. So if you just let the mind remain docile and passive, and now you want to come up at 5 years, 6 years in a hurry, you want them to master all the sounds, to master everything in the environment, you'll be late. So as early as when they are young,
because this is when they peak.
When they are ready to learn.
And this mind, actually it's up to 6 years.
After that window is closed.
It's closed.
And that's so
and it's
true.
also a blessing from God.
Amazing.
So let's take advantage of that mind. Let's try and equip them with the right thing, give them good environment and rich environment.
Amazing. And you said something very important. That is between birth to 6 years, right?
Yes.
Because after 6 years, they start also getting influenced by other things.
Exactly.
They start having their own ideas and opinions.
Yes. Now this is the stage where you as a parent, you're supposed to mold.
Yeah, so later now you start losing your hold on your child. So if you didn't build a relationship, you didn't bond around these simple things, they start pulling away from you, and it's so hard to get them back to you. I hope we are getting this as parents. This is the time to bond, to build those connections with our children. I think, Miss Amy, you're trying to tell us, switch off the gadgets, come down to your child's level, connect, bond. And as you're bonding, your child is also learning. Great. Amazing. Do we have anything else?
We have puzzles.
Simple, interesting puzzles.
Like here, what can you see?
I'm seeing a pineapple.
Very good.
Yes.
Now here, we remove and then we put them back.
Oh, so I'm thinking you remove it, all of it, and then you let the child
try to put them back.
So Miss Amy, do you give the child the real picture first, then you dismantle?
Yes.
Depending on age again, then you allow them to build it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they know the idea.
They already have the picture in mind.
Yes, what they want to do.
Okay.
So like now, I need a pineapple.
Okay.
So I need to.
So you have to make it until it becomes a pineapple.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. And then by removing and putting it back, remember, also we are working on our fine motor skills.
Amazing.
Preparation for writing.
Yes.
So we put them back. Again,
concentration.
Because they can't do it when they are looking aside. And again, when you put them like this. See?
Yeah, it won't make a pineapple.
Yes. So we'll have to start until we get it correct. So you try.
Amazing. There we have our pineapple.
Yes. Oh, and then again, you try you try and maybe you cheer the child.
Or you encourage the child.
You encourage them.
Yeah, you say so I should tell you, good job, Miss Amy.
Yes. You build my
yes. So it's also an opportunity for us to build our children's self-esteem.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. That's an important point for parents, because there's a lot to crush our children's self-esteem. A child may be told by another one, you don't look so nice, look at your nose, look at, but when you, the parent, are inputting that positive energy and appraising your own child, you are also preparing them for the outside world where they may not find so kind people. So even if I'm told I'm not good enough, and every time I'm working with my caregiver or my parent, they keep making me feel like I'm making it. So I'm facing the world with that confidence.
Yes.
Amazing.
And then as we all know, children, they trust their mother.
Of course, they do trust their,
So when you say something, they'll just agree. My mom is saying.
So your words as a parent can either make or break. So you have to be very careful how you talk to your child. And one way of building these important conversations is if you are going to slow down. We know parents are busy working. They need to look for fees. January is coming. But in the midst of that busy schedule, please spare time. Spend time with your child. Let them hear you telling them, well done. We don't use good girl because the girls are good. We don't say good boy. Children are inherently good. So if every time they do something nice, that's the only time you say good girl or good boy, you're telling them there are times they are not good. But they need to know that they're inherently good. So you use words like good job, well done. You give a thumbs up, you give a high five, you give a hug. So you don't, I think we need to learn that. We don't say good girl. They are good. They are good already. Making this doesn't make them good. It's just a job well done. And again, Miss Amy, it's good for us to describe. So maybe you can tell the child, good job. I like the way you took your time. You didn't panic. Even when you didn't put the right puzzle at the correct space, you still tried again. I like that. So we need to describe exactly what the child is doing, right?
Because they also love to be assured.
Yes, that assurance. And there's something I feel we needed to mention, Miss Amy. Like I'm thinking personally, I'm not very good with puzzles because I think I started seeing puzzles when I was already old. But I'm thinking, I'm thinking if a child is trying to work on this, for instance, and they put the wrong puzzle, or they put the wrong piece, a piece at the wrong place, like I'm trying to do, like I'm doing, and I'm not pretending, I'm just not good with puzzles, by the way. So I'm thinking if you put it, like this, I think this part I already know. By all means, it must fit here. Is it here? Yeah. So this one, I think this one I will definitely get correct. I will have trouble with these ones. So when a child puts it like this and it looks like this, and they get frustrated and they want to throw it and come back, it's also a lesson on its own. They are learning to regulate their own emotions. They're also learning that we don't give up in life, So when they do that, you don't start telling them, now look at you, what are you doing? You tell them, let's try again. Just take your time, try again, So you're urging them on. I don't know even if I'm urged on, I can do it right. Maybe you need to help me.
I think, again, if you want to learn the puzzle, you feel.
Oh, you feel?
You use your index fingers.
Oh, okay.
You feel the inside part.
See, no one told me that when I was young.
The inside part, you also feel this part. Do they look the same? You use your index finger to feel this one. You look at the corners.
Oh.
You start with the corners.
Okay.
Any puzzle you're making, you're supposed to start with the corners.
Am I doing well? Oh, good. You're right. I got it.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So I feel like this. I got it. Yes. Then this one. Yeah.
That's
goes
how you do
there.
the puzzle.
Nice. That's how puzzles are done. So as I try and fail, I'm also learning to regulate my own emotions. I'm also learning that you don't give up at the first trial. And you can imagine the excitement on the child's face once they have the piece complete. They feel nice. That builds their confidence. That makes them believe in themselves and acknowledge the fact that I can always, failing at the first time doesn't mean I can never do it. So in essence, we are building this child in totality. And this is what nurturing the whole child is all about. You're not just nurturing the academic part, you are nurturing their emotions, you are nurturing their cognition, you are nurturing their interactions, their social well-being, and everything. And so you bring up a whole complete child. Who knows, even if I fail, I am not a failure. It is just a failed attempt, but I can come up again. So we are also actually building resilience, a very important value as a child is growing up. Amazing. Okay, do we
And
have
as we
something
all
else?
know, values are important in life,
Of
apart from
course.
education.
Yes.
You can go up to university, but without values,
You won't make it generally.
yes.
And it will be so hard also to deal with people, you know. So actually, it has been said quite a lot that the traits or the how do I put the qualities that are more associated with success are emotional intelligence. We have so many intelligences, but emotional intelligence and social intelligence are more associated with success than IQ, than intelligent quotient. Intelligent quotient is good. That is what books teach us. But learning to regulate emotions, learning to deal with other people, interpersonal and intrapersonal relationships are very important in success, right? Yeah, so quite important.
And something here very interesting. This is
Nice.
called sandpaper numbers.
Oh, sandpaper numbers.
Yes, you can touch it, you'll feel it. It's a little
Oh, yeah,
bit
it's a bit rough.
Yes.
It's a bit rough.
So
yes.
this one, it's also help the child, where a child who wants to, maybe they're writing, they don't know how to write, so it helps with the writing.
So they fill the number.
They fill the numbers, and then you get a paper and a pencil. So when they fill, they write. They feel, because sometimes we start with joining dots, but this one helps more
in
right.
So like you are creating a mental picture.
Yes. They imagine, and then they
are able to transfer it to paper.
Yes. So when they feel, they write.
Okay.
They feel, they write. That's why
it's a bit rough.
Yes.
Sandpaper. The feel of sandpaper.
The feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then again, they count. It also helps with numbers. You can see number 1, number 2. They learn numbers.
So recognizing numbers.
Yes, recognition.
You know, it takes me back to a lot of times when parents take their children to school. Most parents will be saying, "My child is good." They already know number 1 to 10.
Yes,
you know,
that is now like
that's rote learning.
Yes,
rote memory. I know I can count 1 to 10, but I cannot recognize that one. So this will help in recognition, and then now graduate us to writing.
And it is very nice. It is very important for a child who is starting to write now. This one will help a lot. And here also we have numbers. You can see which number is that.
Oh, so here you can see you have number 1 and 1 dot. What about the dots?
This one, this is counting. 1. 1.
Oh, so this is the value of 1.
Yes.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's also help the child
to know the value.
The value.
Okay.
These are number values.
Okay.
If you count, here we have number 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Yes. And then when they are doing this, you can also put them down. They write the number and
the value. Okay. Yes. So they need to know this is number 3. The value of 3 is 3 items.
Yes.
It could be 3, let's call these balls, 3 balls, 3 sticks, 3 cups. Yes. So 3 is the number, this is the value.
Yes. And this is something you can do at home. You can maybe get numbers. You can write them by yourself.
You can write the numbers and ask the child to put
them, or you can arrange them. And then you can go around the house. You can use
pick stones, small stones.
You come and arrange.
You know, matchsticks.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's no excuse as to why you shouldn't bond with your child over this holiday and check their learning.
Yes.
And then, so you say this, we can write on a paper, number 1 to 10, for instance. Pick matchsticks. Tell your child 1, the value of 1 is 1. So they put 1 matchstick under number 1.
Yes. Okay. And this one, even a 3-year-old can do it. That one, if you are doing it practically. Yes. Okay. And then, since we are talking about numbers, let's go to this thing. You can see it's very big. This is education board. It's very nice if you look at it. We have pen. This is a
Mhm.
whiteboard pen. We have
Mhm.
chalk,
Mm.
and this is for rubbing.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we have beads. The work
Okay.
of this, we have numbers. You can see we have addition, subtraction, and multiplication. So here we use the beads to get the answer. And here, these numbers, you can turn this around. Let me show you the first one. Maybe if you can see, they are going round. So you can use any number.
You can use any number.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can use, maybe you say 1 plus maybe 6, and then you go here, you do
Your math.
You come here, you turn this one around also.
You put the
Yes,
answer.
and
You
then
display
you
your
put the
answer.
After that, you can come down here and write
What you have done up
yes,
there.
what you have done.
What a rich piece.
You come here, you write the same.
That's
And then
so
when the
amazing.
child is writing, he or she is enjoying the work.
Of course.
It's very fun.
Of
Who doesn't
course.
like fun things?
Who needs TV with
Nobody.
this kind of a set?
This
That's
is
an
very nice.
amazing thing. Day well spent. You're taking care of your child's cognition. You are bonding with your child. You are keeping them away from not so nice things that they could be watching on telly. And remember, TV is passive learning. They're just imbibing, they're just taking it in. They cannot challenge it. But here, if the child does it and they have not done it correctly, you can actually tell them, try again.
Yes.
So we are also building communication. We're living in an era where we are talking about delayed speech, for instance. And it can be explained. Why will a child not delay in speech when they wake up to a sitting room full of adults, each maybe on their own phone, and they are given a remote and put 4 cocomelon, for instance? Why will they not delay in speech? They will definitely delay in speech, right? But if we are having this and you are watching them do it, you are doing it with them, you have worked this out, you're telling them, okay, let's now write it. They feel involved. You can never, for any reason on earth, compare this with sitting on the couch, and just flipping through the channels. I think this is a must-have for any parent.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it's very nice.
Yeah,
and
really nice.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
And also we have sounds. We have capitals
These
here.
are the alphabet
This is the
now.
uppercase.
Yes. Oh, okay, yeah.
And then we have numbers.
Uh-huh.
They can write them. They can count. They can learn counting, like
Yes.
1 to 10.
And I'm saying it's even
And-
advanced. It even has
So
multiplication.
this means it goes to even upper class.
Even a child at grade 4
Yes.
would benefit from this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then here, now after they have done this is even from 4-year-old, they can do addition. 4-year-old, and then 5-year-old again, because as we all know, they start learning uppercase in
in
primary
2, yes.
So they can do this work again.
Amazing.
So this one favors like all of them.
Indeed.
And we have here even
the signs.
The signs down here.
Yeah.
They can just arrange them.
Exactly.
Do the work.
And I'm thinking about those parents who, those who feel like, sometimes children can be quite interesting. They'll just pick something and start writing on the walls. And some parents don't just like that. They want their homes kept neat. So here you have a whiteboard, and I think you also have a blackboard.
Which is on this side.
Exactly. So you are sorted. So your child doesn't need to make your wall dirty. When they have this, they are sorted.
Exactly.
Yeah, a rich environment is what we are talking about for your children over this holiday, away from the screen, so that teachers don't have to start all over again when school opens in January.
Yes.
Yeah, so learning continues. There is no stopping to learning just because we have a long holiday. I think parents are talking about 85 days of these holidays. Yeah.
So they'll be busy.
Quite busy.
Yeah.
Here,
this is another board. You can see it has colors. We have color blue,
red, green, yellow, white. We have orange, purple, gray, black, and brown.
Yes. And if you can see our marbles here,
yeah,
we have big ones.
Yeah.
And when they're doing this work, you have to be there.
Yes, because this one, I was actually going to ask you, what if they swallow?
So you have to be there. You have to monitor
intentionality.
Yes. And this one, as you can see, again, holding. fine motor
Oh,
skill.
yeah. You
Yes.
cannot just hold it like this.
No.
Yeah, so you're picking one by
One at
one
a time.
using the
index finger.
yes, and the thumb.
Yes.
The same fingers that you will use for writing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you place them
where blue is.
Blue is. Yeah,
Amazing.
like that. You look for another color, blue, you place them.
Wow.
You sort them.
You sort. So even afterwards, a parent or a caregiver could ask the child to count the number of blue marbles, for
Yes.
instance.
Yes.
So you are also teaching counting.
Counting.
Yeah, and you know, in CBC, we are talking about interrelatedness in subjects, in learning areas. So with this one piece, I'm seeing you can teach art, you are teaching colors, you are teaching concentration. You're also teaching arithmetic because the child can count the beads as they put in.
Yes.
And you're also teaching language because we are communicating as we work, right?
Yes.
Yeah, another rich piece.
Very.
Yeah.
And the children love these things.
Quite.
This one, we have
the vecron.
Vecron.
Yes.
This is called vecron. Remember, it's rough.
Yes, I noticed it's rough, really rough. Yes.
So here they also use their fingers to pull.
Okay. They pull upwards.
Yes.
Okay.
So this one also helps them with fine motor.
Yes. I'm seeing even like the gross motor skills because you have to use some force.
Yes,
on the hand.
You use
strength. It takes quite a lot. You have to be very strong.
Yes.
So we are building muscles actually. Yeah.
And fine motor skill, preparation. Yes. Writing.
You know?
Yes.
The energy you need to put in here. Wow. Okay, so you pull, you put back.
Yes.
So you're not going to pull this thing so easily if you're looking away. So again, concentration, right?
And this is also very nice with children with special needs.
Exactly. Yeah.
It will help them because special needs, we also need to help them to learn how to concentrate,
Yes.
to settle in class,
and how to strengthen their muscles.
Yes, because before they start learning anything, they need to learn how to settle.
Yes.
So we try and work with these materials to help them settle. After that, we can do the next thing.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. So you said this toy is really good with children, for children with special needs. Yes. Children in the spectrum, in the autism spectrum. Yes. I'm thinking also children with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Yes. Because if we are looking at a child who is struggling with concentration, there are children who cannot settle down even for just 5 minutes because the environment is not as stimulating enough or they're just having that challenge with concentration. Yes. So by the time a child has pulled these 5 blocks, they are also learning that you can actually stay on a task and finish. So they'll pull one, you tell them put it aside. You are also teaching them how to talk. You tell them pull the other one. By the time we are done with the 5 of them, if we were working with a concentration of 3 minutes, we have advanced to 5 minutes, or maybe to 8 or 10 minutes.
And we do it daily.
Daily. Yes, you've talked about daily. So, Miss Amy, does that mean we have to have like a whole room for this toy? Yes,
that is a good thing. You just keep one room for the toys. At least we do it daily, every day, because we cannot do it one day. They need to learn also. So it's something that we repeat. So the only thing we are asking you, don't get tired. You keep on repeating. Let's help the children because you can only take your 30 minutes. I mean, work with them. Yes. Yes. You don't need to take the whole day. No, you don't need to take the whole day. So we are not telling parents to stop working and stay home with their children. We are telling them to spend quality time and to interact meaningfully with their children. Please don't come home and hand over the phone to your child. And these children nowadays are asking for phones from adults. Have you noticed that? Yes, even as a teacher, I'm sure in class sometimes you see children asking for your phone. Teacher, may I have your phone? Yes. You know, they don't, so when you come home from work, tired as you are, do not hand over your phone to your child. So even if we can't afford a whole room for these materials and many more that I believe we will be showing in the coming days, you can actually spare a space, a corner in your house. You call it a play corner, right? Yes. So you put all these materials and your child knows when I wake up, I don't go to the couch and take the remote. I'll go to my corner. Yes. So you are not just with the drawing screen,
you are also replacing it with something
Something
meaningful.
else. And again, when
Mhm.
they're used to it, sometimes you don't need to be there.
You don't even need to be
Because
there. They
now
don't know
they
what to
learn how
do.
to
Yeah.
tidy up.
Yes.
And then again, when they're done with the work, they have to tidy up.
That's very
Don't do
important.
it for them. Let them learn.
To tidy up. So if
Yes.
you, I'm assuming maybe now for this you have a storage container. So they work with one, they put it back.
Yes.
So you won't be saying, Auntie, come and collect these things.
No. Again, we are teaching them
You're teaching responsibility.
Yes. So they have to tidy up when they're done doing their work.
Wow.
And that one will goes on until when they grow.
So you're instilling values, important values that will, live with this child for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
Because we even have adults who cannot just tidy up their space. Clearly, because it wasn't instilled. You know, what we learn when we are young is very important. So we have struggles that we have carried into adulthood that reflect on how messy our childhood was like. So if you start training your child that once you have done fixing this puzzle, you don't just leave it there.
Yes.
Put it together. If you need to remove the parts and put them in a box so that tomorrow, so you are teaching them order.
Yes.
And you're already just setting up your child for success. That's the most important thing, because every parent, Miss Amy, really wants their child to be successful.
Yes.
I do want my children to be successful, honestly. So sometimes we deny them this success without knowing. So if I teach my child to be orderly, to tidy after themselves, I am actually setting them up for the success that I so badly want for them. Amazing. Wow.
So we keep our environment rich now.
Yes.
And here we have.
Oh yeah.
We have
harmonica. Yeah.
This one, it's child friendly.
Wow,
Nice
the sound of it. Yes.
And again, this one helps our jaw muscles.
Oh.
Especially for the learners who doesn't know how to talk.
Oh.
Those who are learning
speech. So children struggling with speech.
Yes.
Okay.
This one, when they do this a lot, it will help them. We can
to
also
strengthen the muscles.
The muscles. We can do the balloons. We can do the
straws blowing
water.
Yeah.
So this one, and then we do it daily. It is also fun. Who doesn't like music?
Music is food to the soul.
Yes. So this one, they'll have fun.
Amazing.
It is just fun.
Wow.
So we don't give children on TV, please.
Those have been very many minutes, meaning it is possible actually to switch that TV off, to take away that phone and engage your child and engage them meaningfully. And so, Miss Amy, just before you go, we need to realize that you can actually keep graduating these materials according to the age of the child. So if your child can handle this simple puzzle, then that means it is time for you to get another puzzle.
Another one.
Yeah, so the idea is to introduce them to this, then you keep graduating them. If a child can do this, then that means maybe it's time we look at Monopoly. Yes. Chess.
Yes, and it is very fun. It's a family game.
It's a family game. So no one left behind. Yes. We don't have time for quiet. We don't have room for quiet, boring moments in a family house.
And again, it is good to know your child. Because sometimes maybe you're in Nakuru and your child is at Nairobi.
That's true. So
it's better you be on the same level. Check on your child, whatever they are doing.
Amazing.
Whatever they are watching.
Yes. And especially for parents with multiple children. I'm thinking like me with my 3 children. Every time they are watching something on TV, I see the love they have for each other. They don't want to make noise. They actually agree very nicely on what to watch, because they know if they start having conflicts around that screen time, I will withdraw the screen. So you will hardly know their issues. You will hardly know even their temperaments if you keep them on screen. But if they are working on this, you'll see a child getting frustrated and throwing everything away, and you know, oh, we need to work on the emotions of that child. So like you're talking about getting to know your child. There's no better way, parent, to know your child other than working, sitting down and playfully learning, because this looks like play, but there's a lot of learning.
They love when you're there.
You definitely need to be there. Children love to be with their parents. They feel sad when you are always away. They are home to you. So please, can you also be home for them? They have come home to you. So as a parent, be Home for them also.
Yes.
We are not saying stop working. The few minutes you have in the evening after work, spend them meaningfully.
Yes.
Amazing. Oh, wow. I think that is all we had today in nurturing the whole child. And we will definitely continue having such sessions where we look at ways on helping nurture the child in their totality, touching every aspect of their development, cognitive development, emotional development, social development, and what other development, physical development. They need to eat.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and we are talking about an era where even children are suffering from lifestyle diseases. So keep them away from screen, because if they are watching remote on one hand, popcorn on the other hand, we are definitely beginning to get worried about their physical growth. So when they're doing this, they are active, their mind is active, their hands are active. So it's like a full body workout. And that is what we want for our children. So thank you so much. Do not forget to like and to subscribe to this channel so that you continue getting this kind of information that helps you nurture your own child to their fullest potential. Thank you.
Thank you.